Hey there, it's Jo here from Creative Empowerment, back with another spread. We're working with the medicine card spreads. I've done a few of these now, so if you haven't seen them, you'll see the links in the description box. These are the medicine cards from Jamie Sams and David Carson, and they have some really cool medicine card spreads. But we are using them with the Child Tarot by Christina DeLuca, and she has her own YouTube channel, and it is called Firefly Tarot, and she is an amazing tarot reader, and she's created these beautiful, very simple but really, really lovely cards, and we're using them today. And today's medicine card spread that we're using is the butterfly spread, and I have done this one before, so again I'll put this link in the description below. It is used to determine the outcome of projects or group enterprises. I'll give a brief outline of what these cards are about. Four cards are drawn and placed in the classic directional positions on the medicine wheel, and you can see that I've got mine cards already drawn here: east, south, west and north. And I have put a middle card in, which is super interesting because I've been doing other ones of these, and they have a mountain position. And now that I'm reading through this, it doesn't have a mountain position, but I'm going to leave it there because I've put it in there, so I want to see what it's about. We've got our east, south, west and north, and these cards will indicate the various phases that the project or activity will move through its conclusion. And I have done this about an exhibition that I'm having with my artwork. Our first card is the Loner reversed. And so this is a card that is all about, it's the egg card or the egg position. You should view this card as the nucleus or the seed of your idea, project or activity. Allow this medicine to interact with the concept of your enterprise. It will suggest the value of the inner core of your plan. It is the medicine that is needed for this time or place. And so we have the Loner here, which is the Hermit card. And you can see there's a lot of water around the Hermit here, so lots of emotional things. Also, the fact that I'm having an exhibition, it's very creative, so that's the water element again. On your own, you can't create an exhibition. You can't find your audience for your artwork. But this card is talking about spending time on your own, but it's the reverse of that. So it's about going out into the world now, facing the world with your creative endeavors, perhaps. The sun is here, it's poking through. So it is a card about the self, but it is also a card about knowing that, the self cannot always provide everything that you need. An exhibition is taking the things that you have been working on within yourself and going out to a broader audience, to the public. The next card is our South card. This card is known as the Lava card. This card is about early doing, what needs to be done and how will it be done in the pragmatic world. Who will take responsibility for the work? Just as a butterfly egg turns into a growing, struggling caterpillar, this is the medicine of the Lava card. Will the energies be great enough to overcome the obstacles? The caterpillar sheds its skin many times during its growth. Will the many egos involved in your project or activity acquiesce, shed their skin, in order to facilitate achievement? This is not a great card to be coming up in this position. The Two of Swords, or the two of what Christina calls cicadas. So, well, actually, now that I think about it, it probably is, because it means that there is a certain amount of indecision and a certain amount of, stagnation or block that has actually been reversed. So this is actually looking at opening up the channels, opening up the flow. And we see here we've got the shirt that is, a bit battered and bruised, a bit worn. And then we have what looks like it could be a new shirt or a better and improved shirt. We've got the cloudy sky, and then we've got the brightness here. So for me, this card is talking about new improvements, perhaps them being ready and open to expand a bit beyond, going from the old to the new, going from the loner to two. So, working with others. This idea of, will people's egos get in the way? Two is a balance card, but it is out of balance. Perhaps there might be some obstacles to overcome there. However, the fact that it is reversed, because that card can be a card of blocked emotions and blocked feelings and crossroads, and it's reversed. So to me, that's talking about perhaps that crossroads or that place is being crossed, is moving forward in a good way. Now, our West card, this card is known as the cocoon card or the cocoon position. It speaks of higher purpose. It is where the highest transformation takes place. Much as when transformation happens inside the cocoon and a beautiful butterfly soon emerges. In viewing this card, it is good to ask yourself, why have you joined the activity or project you're considering? Was it to serve Great Spirit and the tribe, or was it to serve yourself? If your activity or your project is simply self-serving, it will all probably backfire on you. Not the self, but the family, the clan, the people and the Great Spirit are to be served. The higher purpose of this. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is a card of not wanting to share. You know, if I'm really looking at this card honestly, it is a card of feeling restricted. And maybe, and there's quite a, you know, there's a barrier here across, but I also see there's growth. You know, there's a lot of growth here. And the fact that this is a Pentacles card, it is an establishment card. So perhaps there is, or has been, within me, there has been a reluctance to share the work that I have been doing. And I think that that is quite true, because I've been, you know, worried that the work won't be accepted because it's a little bit out there. It's very me, and it's very spirit and me, and not everyone's going to love it. And, you know, as an artist, that's a big challenge, is to allow your art to be out in the public domain, to accept that challenge. You know, very much this card a little bit is accepting the challenge of there are going to be people who don't like it. So yes, that card makes a lot of sense for me. The higher purpose of this card is for me to move beyond what I've been hanging on to. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and our North card, and this isn't our last card because I've drawn 5, but this card is known as the Butterfly card or the Butterfly position. It is likely to tell you if the Great Spirit has walked hand in hand with you and your group or project. Look at this card to tell you what sorts of rewards are to be gained. Will financial rewards be yours? It may seem odd to you to look to the North, to the Spirit, for this answer. But as every medicine person will point out to you, matter follows vision and spirit. It is the law. This card is the place of manifestation. Right, that's really interesting. So we have the Child of Cicadas here. And I'm going to read straight from the guidebook because I don't want to let my own interpretation of this card muddy the waters. In this position, I feel like it's kind of an important position, and sometimes we get in our own way when, you know, we feel the importance of what we're doing. So this is about the Page of Swords, really. The ideas, inquisitiveness, inspiration and communication. So a very good card in this position for me. You are being gifted with new thoughts and clever ideas. You are being encouraged to be thoughtful, curious and explore fresh paths. In some readings, this card may indicate that someone is thinking about you or vice versa. This card may also represent a child, youthful energy, or the presence of a spirit guide who may be sending clear and direct messages. So I do love that, because this position is about spirit. It is about looking to spirit for the answers. And you can see that this child there's a bit of awe going on, there's a bit of wonderment, and it's almost as if the trees are speaking to this person or to this child. I love that it is a child, because this is, I've had one previous exhibition, I've been involved in group exhibitions, but this is the first in an art gallery. So it just has a different feeling to it. And I love that this position is all about matter following vision and spirit is very much involved in this. And I feel like there's a joyfulness and a playfulness here too. So I really like those interpretations. Did spirit walk hand in hand with me? Absolutely. There's a bit of background to this particular art gallery. For me, I used to work there. There's a few things going on that tell me that spirit has played a big hand in this, and that card, you know, being the last card in this reading. However, I've got one more sitting in my hand. It is about knowing that the medicine here, it is the law. The law of this is to follow that inspiration, even if you feel like it, you know, you're a child, even though I am definitely not a child. But in my art practice, exhibiting my work and showing it to others, I am definitely the child. And oh my God, it's so funny. The trauma reversed. And again, I'm going to read from Christina. I'm really being drawn to this seed that's been planted here. So there's a seed in, this could be the moon or could be the mind. This could be the third eye. There's a lot of interpretations here, but it is reversed. So for me, that is a good thing, but I'm really understanding that I have held a lot of trauma around my artwork because I haven't felt accepted, and showing it to public is a real, brings up all of that stuff for me. So I'm going to read this extra card that I have put in this spread, which is super funny. And it is the trauma, which is, for those of you that don't know, it is the Tower card. We all know what the Tower card means, or we have some rough interpretations. And this is a card that used to, when I was learning tarot, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I used to get freaked out about this card because it did kind of haunt me, and I did have a very big upset at one point. However, now my relationship with the Tower card is quite different. This is a card of transformation, unexpected change, chaos, and revelations. You may be resisting major shifts or fighting back, or fighting to pick up the pieces. Allow transformation to happen in order to have a fresh start. Embrace change and release your fears. And it's absolutely perfect. So I'm glad that I've read from the book. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Firefly Tarot. It is the perfect card to go in the middle because it's really summing up why I have done this exhibition. One of the things that I drew a card about when I first started, sort of going down this road, and one of the cards I picked was about unfinished business, and this makes a lot of sense. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I've really enjoyed this reading. It's really given me some insight into what I'm doing in this particular project that I'm doing. If you, just in case you've forgotten, this is called the butterfly spread. I have done this particular reading before. If you would like me to do this reading for you and look into the insights and guidance that is for you about a project or a thing that you're working on with others, or if you'd like me to do any other either spread or reading for you, there is a link in the description box below. I love working with spreads, and I love doing these videos, and they're really insightful to me. And if you do too, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Follow me over on Facebook and Instagram to find out about all the things that I am doing, and hope to see you again in the future. Bye for now.